I have a theory that no one truly learns by being told what to do or how to be. The most potent form of teaching is leading through example and through stories, through the stories we tell each other. So I'm going to begin with a little story. Once upon a troubled child, mind riddled with denial, body, soul turned off to the world. He walked along without a song, too worried about wrapped up in his sorrow to see the beauty of tomorrow. His worries weigh, shoulders heavy, doom scrolling on his phone, doom scrolling on his phone. Now in the distance he heard a song humming through the air, dropped his screen, followed the music to a hill. There the breeze sang to him, hush your body, hush your mind, wash your worries with the wind. In the quiet you will find the space to unwind, the space to unwind. And there he looked out to the world, he howled with the breeze, releasing all those thoughts and feels. Now he can truly see. With eyes open wide, the child sang aloud. Oh, how lucky am I to see this beauty all around. Oh, how lucky am I to be this beauty all around, all around. Other theory. It is a story of sorts. The story is that we as a culture have become too accustomed to the crutch of immediate gratification. In this world, we can snap our fingers and have anything delivered to our door, or any food made for us, or any information or entertainment beamed to our screens. It's truly a magical age we're living in. But are we also perhaps shortcutting this process, limiting our own potential? The process of hearing an artisan's story and buying their craft, or of cooking a meal for friends and dancing around the kitchen, and telling each other stories around the fire all night. See, I don't believe our biology was truly meant to process all this information that it's available today. We see things like ADHD skyrocket in the world today, and I think that's just a reaction that our bodies are having to the amount of information that's available today. It's not that we have an attention deficit. It's that our attention gets pulled in every direction, co-opted for consumer culture that thrives on our distractions. This issue has different answers for everybody. So how do we meet this issue? How do we reel in our souls that are hungry for these distractions and rewire our desire for embodied presence? How can we cultivate spaciousness in our drive and build up meaning in our lives? We must all learn to fall in love with the process and continue falling in love with the process in each and every step of our lives. Now, this is a greater philosophical conversation that I don't have time for. There are countless ways we can cultivate this love of our journey. I'll just tell you about this little creative corner I found to do this work of helping slow to a pace conducive to our soma. I turned to musical storytelling. Now, musical storytelling is nothing new. Since the dawn of humanity, cultural continuity is sustained through music and storytelling. Elders of communities carry these stories and songs of their traditions and pass them down to the next generations, keeping the spirit of their traditions alive and their culture. My fondest memories growing up was when my father would sing me to sleep with his stories and songs that he collected over his lifetime. So I began to think, how can I help bring back this norm of musical storytelling, of parents singing to their children, of strengthening that cultural thread, passing down stories? In today's world, content for children is very overstimulating and can sometimes feel a little demeaning, a little bit, and sometimes, most of the time, not so appealing to the parents. Well, what if I made a musical book with an emphasis on quality music from artists that parents love and enjoy, that entertains and fosters connection with their children? My mission became to work on reclaiming that cultural birthright, that age-old tradition of passing down knowledge, culture, and wisdom through art, music, and stories, to inspire a loving relationship with life and encourage children's ability to shape their own lives. So long ago, after witnessing Hurricane Katrina on the news, I remember hearing that these disasters would continue and get worse in the future. And with that in mind, a story came to me about a little fish that gets swept up by a water spirit and is shown the destructive power of a hurricane and the subsequent rebuilding that happens after such disasters. This story is fun and adventurous, but deep down it's about rising above the adversities of powers beyond our control and finding hope and courage to rebuild after such disasters. It is also a story about the need to step outside of our own world to see the bigger problems, to overcome them. We all need these gentle reminders from time to time. And so after years of development, in 2019, I released this physical book with an album that sings the story as you flip the pages. This is a story that resonates with everyone. The response was overwhelmingly positive, both for parents and kids. We all need this little reminder to help rebuild ourselves when a disaster rips through our lives. I did not do this alone. I had such a dream team of world-renowned musicians and an incredible illustrator. They all saw my vision, and we created something truly magical. Yeah, it took us 2 years of recording in the studio and making all these beautiful illustrations to create this project, and it was really, really incredible. And this story continues to take on new forms. Just last year, I made many, many, many puppets and produced Water Wings, the musical puppet circus, with my circus community. It was such an amazing experience to have hundreds of fans, big and small, come together to enjoy this story in a new form. Seeing this community begin to grow, it was evident that we need more of this in the world. I was re-inspired and excited to continue doing this work. I am now working on my second musical storybook. I'm so excited to share it with the world. Within my mission, I also saw this as a medium for musicians to support themselves. In this time of music streaming, it has become increasingly difficult for musicians to make a living from their music. Albums themselves have become less popular due to this short attention culture. Not to mention, it's a very expensive process. With this book that accompanies the album, it creates a new kind of artistic album in the world. And it's a great way to support musicians' careers, adding meaningful memorabilia to the artist and fan. Now, screens are magic, indeed. I am not trying to dissuade the use of this powerful tool. I am simply wanting to normalize another option to help us slow down and connect. We need to remember how important it is to be storytellers to this next generation. And so, I am putting together an open source guide and template free for any artist to use, showing how to create their own musical storybook, a physical, tangible piece of art to add to their discography collection. Let's work together as artists to create a whole library of awesome, wholesome multimedia entertainment for this next generation. Let's support children with affirming stories of hope and resiliency. And instead of telling kids what to do and pretending that we can fix anyone's problems, let's show them with our stories to cultivate our collective strength and understanding. Let's create art to inspire youth to fall in love with their process. Let's reclaim our attention with more quality art, music, and stories. Let's slow down and listen to the fabric of the world. Let's make new classics for the kids with each musical step. Thank you.